The following program may contain coarse language, politically incorrect terms, the truth, and nothing but the motherfucking truth. Viewer discretion is advised. Wait, was I supposed to bleep that out? F it. Mark Dice versus Alex Jones. The whole falling out situation. Well, I'm gonna give you my take on it, and I'm gonna give you Mark Dice's take on it, but on what he pretty much just basically said on his Facebook page. And then I'm gonna be taking what I believe Alex Jones thinks is going on with this whole situation. So right now I'm going to read to you something from Mark Dice's Facebook page, basically explaining what he believes happened with this whole falling out situation. Alex Jones' and I's falling out explained. In April of 2011, I was expecting a payment from Big Brother, The Orwellian Nightmare Explained, or whatever his book is called. I don't really give a f***, but whatever. And it was almost 2 weeks late, and when I called and asked for the check, he flipped out on me and told me to f*** off, and he said he'd pay me the following month instead because of a misunderstanding about the terms of my payments. I owed the money to the IRS within days because April 15th was right around the corner. I explained this and calmed him down and got him to send the check, but then he turned his back on me and dumped all my other books, which he carried for the last 3 years, and never had me on again, even though we agreed it was just a misunderstanding. I was very hurt at the things he said to me on the phone and how things went down. Imagine one of your role models telling you to f*** off, and that they wish they never dealt with you, and all over a misunderstanding that should have been easily fixed. That was April of 2011. After 6 years of being regular on the show every few months, all of a sudden I stopped getting asked to come on, and he stopped stocking my books after our misunderstanding, which we supposedly got through, but apparently he still decided he was done with me. That's the gist of it. Not wanting to bite the hand that feeds me, I kept this to myself, hoping not to piss him off any more than he already was at me. Then, over the next 6 months or so, I see his business model change from selling DVDs to multi-level marketing vitamins and infomercial weight loss claims, so I started give my analysis on this, along with the lead, mercury, and arsenic in the Kool-Aid he was pushing. No longer was I putting him on a pedestal I had for years. I clearly started seeing him hype things up I knew weren't accurate, and sensationalize half-truths and misunderstandings. For example, getting the phone call from the NSA when in reality it was a prank call using a caller ID spoofer. In my opinion, he has to do everything he can to increase web hits, increase ad revenue, because he has so much overhead since InfoWars Studios grew so big with such a large facility. He's a conspiracy shock jock entertainer. Basically, that's why everything is a conspiracy. And he doesn't debunk anything because that's not fun and exciting, like talking about how a SWAT team is going to confiscate your guns at your house anytime. Then I just found out he blocks me from his YouTube channel, so his videos don't come up on my home page anymore. I only commented on 2 times on any of his videos over the years, so I wasn't even debunking him in the comments section, so there or even really any commenting at all. I believe they just wanted to take preemptive action to make sure I wouldn't do anything that they heard I was making fun of their Kool-Aid beyond tangy tangerine, and that I wasn't going to be intimidated into keeping my mouth shut anymore. So I believe it all comes back to money again. I think he was pissed that I was talking about the Kool-Aid would hurt his sales, so they blocked me on YouTube. There's a little more to it than this, but it's pretty much the gist of what happened.
So as from what you people have already heard, it starts off as some sort of money issue, basically, with Alex Jones pretty much going ape on Mark Dice, telling him to f*** off, I'll pay you within a month, yada yada yada. Mark Dice would have to eventually calm him down, telling him, hey, I need the money within a few days because I would have to pay off the IRS, yada yada yada. Basically a money issue situation. You don't give me this money, yada yada yada. I don't get this money. I go to jail because the IRS doesn't have my money. You get the whole situation. Here's how I would have handled things differently. Basically, this is what I would have done. I would have been like, hey, Mark, you can have your money within, I don't know, within a few days. Yeah, I'm kind of short right now on my money. I don't really have much. And I completely understand that you're having money problems and that the IRS is going after you basically for not paying the IRS off. I wouldn't go ape, but here's where it gets interesting. Basically, after Alex Jones goes ape on Mark Dice, and after he pays him off, he stops selling his books. And I was like, wow, I actually had to check this out for myself. I basically went to the InfoWars store and I found out, hey, he's no longer selling his books. What the f is going on here? So then you find out later on that, oh, Alex Jones changes his business model. I don't like this, blah, blah, blah. And then eventually he starts attacking him from his changing his business model. And I'm like, really? Mark, really? Attacking someone on basically changing their business model? On basically his business getting bigger? You have to adapt with the times as your business grows. That's what you have to do. If you had a business, you would understand that. But since you don't have a business, because all you do is sell books, and then of course you have your day job, you don't know how to run a business, basically. You don't have the experience of running a business. I know I don't, but if I had my own business, that's what I would be doing too. Changing my business model as time goes on and as it gets bigger and bigger, because that's what I would do. That's basically how things operate. And then he goes off and says, oh, basically, Tangy Tangerine, basically it's his Kool-Aid. Basically saying, oh, because it's some sort of multi-level marketing vitamins and infomercial weight loss thing. Basically saying it's his Kool-Aid, and goes on saying that it contains lead, mercury, and arsenic in the Kool-Aid. Some people say it's a how should I put this? What's the word I'm looking for? Trace elements. There we go. Trace elements. Basically, that's what you have to kickstart those vitamins and minerals so that they could work, basically. I mean, after all, your body contains these trace elements in the body, basically. Of course, I really don't know all this for sure. I'm not really an expert in all this. Basically, I don't really know all the facts. Not my style. But since that's all you were doing is bitching and complaining and going on this earlier, instead of waiting, 6 months to basically go out and attack him because, he's selling a I don't know, Kool-Aid, vitamin, mineral, weight loss,
powdered energy drink that keeps you up longer, therefore making you not eat much. Look, I'm not the type of person to be going into on this whole advertising shtick. You want to go talk to somebody about advertising, you want to listen to somebody about advertising, go onto YouTube and listen to somebody talking about advertising and whatnot. Because I don't know anything about advertising. And then near the end of all this, you find out, like we had 2 comments in my entire YouTube career on that channel, and you reply to me. Yeah. Get a grip, buddy. Get a grip. It's called the internet. Holy shit. Who cares? Alright? Okay? Capiche? Comprende? You understand what I'm saying to you? Oh boy, there's a lot you have to learn, buddy, before you realize what the is going on. Get a grip on reality. Instead of bitching and complaining. And most people say, how did it actually really happen? I mean, that's what I've been thinking. How did this all actually happen? And I've noticed a video on Alex Jones's channel, basically him calling out James Cameron, talking about the bullshit factor of everything. And then after Alex Jones pretty much uploads the bullshit factor video, which I'm going to be showing you in just a little while, Mark Dice basically makes a video response to that video, basically calling Alex Jones out for this and that, basically fear-mongering, talking about bioweapons and whatnot, basically calling him out. And now you wonder why Alex Jones is pissed at you. Okay? Sure, Alex Jones has a big ego. Most people have big egos when they are wealthy. I'm pretty sure you would have a big ego if you were that rich, that freaking powerful having a business, from earning money from that business. You're not supposed to be making money over people. Well, you. That's what I hope to do. Make money. Get rich. That's called capitalism, buddy. If you don't like capitalism, move to China. Roll the footage, monkeys.
The legendary director, probably the #1 director in the world, James Cameron of Titanic and, of course, Avatar fame, has announced that he's going to move permanently to New Zealand and live there on a farm. Why is that? Well, I've told you for at least 5 years that my contacts in the global elite and wealthy of the United States and Europe are basically engaged in a mass exodus to New Zealand, the Cook Islands, and other areas because in their words, talking to a major defense contractor owner, there won't be a United States once this takes place. America funded the world government, will take the blame for the New World Order's crimes, but is slated, in their words, to not exist when it's done. Does that mean total collapse, rioting, total martial law, nuclear war? I don't know. But this is what the system is gearing up for. This is what they're getting ready for. And I've got right here the Associated Press article, James Cameron plans move to New Zealand. I'll show you that story. There it is right there. Now, I've got another report here, and I'm about to unveil something pretty big here that's important, because you know I don't use profanity because I have a wide vocabulary and don't need it, and they say it's the crutch of the ignorant MFer. But look at this. In California, nuclear plant closed after radiation leak. They had another plant leaking earlier in the week. And it goes on to say some radioactive steam got released. It's been shut down, but don't worry about it. This is a new attitude. This is a new level of propaganda that we see being pushed against society. In fact, I'm dubbing it the bullshit scenario, because that's what it is in English. It's a society of bullshit. Bullshit. Oh, DU wasn't allowed to be used until 1990 because whoever scrubbed the tank barrels would get a lethal dose? Just say it's healthy for you. Let everybody die of cancer that's exposed to it. That's called the bullshit factor, and it's killing people. So if you're upset by words, go to hell. I'm done playing games. Oh, I've talked to Dr. Busby, all these other big famous nuclear physicists and chemists and the rest of it about radiation. It's going up all over the world. And first the U.S. government raised levels, the Japanese government raised levels and said, oh, 100,000 times this isotope is safe. All the studies show it kills every mammal within just a few years that comes in contact with it. Now we've got meltdowns in Canada, meltdowns in Europe, articles about radiation levels off the charts in Russia, Europe, Asia, China, Japan, the United States. And it's just, hey, it's fine. The bureaucrats said it's fine. These bureaucrats think they're BS will make them and their families okay. The GMO food the globalists intended to reduce population and things is killing them. It's killing the honeybees. It's the BS factor. We got Bill Gates, this eugenicist, coming out and saying, we'll sterilize men with ultrasound, but I love you, so take this vaccine, I want to take good care of you. It's getting crazier and crazier and crazier. And the elites that hear the other elites telling them this, and I've talked to some of them off record, are going, are you kidding? You're planning to release a super flu? Have you noticed, I told you this years ago, that when they start hyping, oh, the government weaponized flu, it kills over 90% that get it. Oh, they weaponized Ebola, it kills over 90% that get it. Oh, they weaponized a mousepox for humans, it kills 99%. When they start telling you, oh, all these labs have it, it's about to get released, you know, all these shows about the end of humanity and how nostalgic it'll be when we're all dead, and the government's building bunkers everywhere, and all the rich are moving to bunkers in New Zealand. James Cameron's leaving. Now, I don't know if they're going to pull the trigger on this, but it's freaked out enough people that for 5 years they've been hauling butt. See, I'll cuss if it gets your attention. If that's what it takes to get you to wake up about people coughing their lungs up and dying from the DU and the rest of it, I'll do it. It's a culture of bullshit, and I'm sick of it, and I'm tired of it. BS will not protect you from radiation. BS will not protect you from World War III, or aspartame poisoning, or MSG poisoning, or the U.S. with the highest cancer rate, thousands of percentage points off the chart growing, or all these other neurological disorders and diabetes and everything else. We're a cursed people. We're a cursed people. We killed 51 plus million babies since Roe v. Wade and tell ourselves they're not humans. Well, you know what? The globalists say you're not human either. Okay, so the elite are evacuating. America has helped sell the New World Order. All this is happening, and I'm here warning you. This culture of bull about, so what about checks and balances, Bill of Rights, Constitution, go ahead and take the pension funds, whatever. This is going to destroy us. What's going to happen in this country and worldwide is going to make Nazi Germany look like a cakewalk, and the Soviet nightmare a cakewalk. We got to stop the BS. We got to stop lying to ourselves and realize how much trouble we're in, and that a bunch of foreign banks are robbing us blind and run our government and have us in debt to them because they created all the derivatives fraud. I'm done. I'm done. But enough of the BS. If you want slavery and death, then publicly say you like it. And as for the Super Bowl and the whole TSA groping thing, what a joke, you so-called men. Well, our whole republic's dying. And people are dying everywhere from these engineered diseases. You're talking about how you're a man because you watch a bunch of roid-head gang members run around on a field. You make me sick. That's it. I'm done talking to you. The ball's in your court. No more games.
Basically, I'm just trying to get to the bottom line. I'm not attacking or defending Alex Jones and Mark Dice. I'm just trying to get to the bottom line of all this. Basically trying to figure out this and that so I can work with what I have and basically get the liberty movement itself to not split up into two opposing factions. Basically, is Alex Jones a liar? A fearmonger? Well, yes, you can actually look this up for yourself. Alex Jones lying about this whole Y2K situation. Look it up, Alex Jones on Y2K. Basically, he goes off into a big rant saying Russia launched nukes, blah, blah, blah. You get the whole situation. I mean, it was pretty out of control. If I were him, I would have done a bit better job on this. Basically, would have done things more professionally. Instead of, holy shit, the Russians are attacking us! Ah! Instead of doing this whole yelling and screaming and whatnot. So yes, Alex Jones likes to exaggerate. Alex Jones has a big ego. But as with Mark Dice, he's known to bitch and complain about pretty much everything. So where does it end? How do I articulate all this? That's my question. How do I try to understand all this? Basically a money problem, or is there something more deeper to it than that? I don't really know for sure. Comment in the comment section below. Give me your take on all this. Like the video, subscribe to my channel, please. I'm looking for more subscribers to watch my YouTube videos and get the word out. Just a quick update for you people. Yes, I will be doing more of these pipe bomb videos. One of them I'm going to be doing is basically dropping the pipe bomb on a YouTube user. You might know him. I'll give you a preview of it maybe later on in this week. I don't know. But yeah, basically doing that. Another pipe bomb I will be dropping on would be the whole corrupt police force with their police brutality and them going on power trips and acting like a bunch of heads. Yes, that's what they do, act like a bunch of heads. There is another one that I could drop, another pipe bomb that I could drop on. Maybe I could drop it on where I think of what quantitative easing 3 would bring to the American economy and what I see happening. So basically that's what I'm going to be doing. Yeah, buddy. Peace.